Over 100 years ago, the Gonzaga men's basketball team was created. Throughout its storied history, the Zags have built something bigger than a dominant basketball program.
You ask a lot of players around the locker room, that's one of the main reasons I think they chose Gonzaga. It was just for like the brotherhood and the family-like environment.
It is that family atmosphere. It is that brotherhood that people talk about. It's real.
Family is huge at Gonzaga, always has been, always will be.
As with any family, every member has its role.
We help with the laundry, make the locker room look like this. Nice and clean. I do stats during the game.
I do love my managers. They have a very, very special place in our program.
Any of the coaches need help with anything, we're there.
In this household, you might say the caretakers quietly go about their business.
I'm just grateful for the whole opportunity, to be honest.
Mac Graff has been family long before keeping stats and running clocks.
He's just my uncle, you know?
Uncle Dan is Dan Munson, one of the godfathers of this historic stretch. Growing up in the Tri-Cities, it was common for Mac to come to camps at GU, getting a first-hand feel for his extended family. As a three-sport athlete at Chiawana High School, it's a family like that Mac Graff dreamed of joining. Never did he imagine he'd be recruited the way he was.
I was at a G-Prep Chiawana football game.
Oh my goodness, here's Vargas.
And Fee was there watching somebody, saw him, and he asked me, hey, what are you doing next year? You're coming here, right? And I was like, I think so, because at that time I didn't really know. He was just like, why wouldn't you come here, you know? And I was like, that's a very good point. I was like, that's why he gets all these other guys to come here. It's like, why wouldn't you come to Gonzaga?
Basketball at the next level was never a part of the plans. Football was his first passion. But everything changed on September 14th of 2014.
So I just got done playing the best game of my life, to be honest with you. After that, the next day, me and my dad go hunting. The evening hunt came and we went out at probably about 5 o'clock, got in a tree stand. I just lost my balance and fell out of the tree stand. First thing that I thought was, don't ruin everybody else's hunt. The second thing I thought was, you're gonna be here a long time. I mean, and it felt like hours, but I bet maybe 2 or 3 minutes passed by. I was like, forget this. I just started yelling. My buddy Chandler Newell was with us, and my dad's buddy Tony Henderson. My dad and Chandler were too far away, they couldn't hear me, but I just can't imagine how Tony felt. He heard me, came over, called 911, called my dad, got in the ambulance, off to the hospital. So I fell about, we'll say, 12 to 15 feet, broke my back, paralyzed waist down. At the time, that's not what I was thinking. The way I explain it is, when you hit your funny bone and you get that shock up your hand, that's what it was like from my back down, and that shock wouldn't go away.
The day spent in the ICU, Mac was surrounded by endless support.
All the visitors that came to visit me, all my friends and family, I just couldn't be more grateful for them.
Mac eventually moved to a hospital in Spokane where he got a surprise visit from his extended family.
That just tells you how good a character Coach Few has. You know, he told those guys, hey, I got this kid who's hurt, family friend of mine. I want you guys to go see him. Those guys came and saw me, and it wasn't like, oh, we're going to see this kid because we have to. And they came over for like 2 hours, and we just talked.
Going up there, hearing such a devastating accident like that, you would think the guy would be down in the dumps or not really want to see people or talk to anybody. But when we got there, Mac was Mac. For me to complain about such small things in my life, for him to not even complain about this just shows who Mac is as a person.
They came and visited me. It really got me into that, like, oh wow, this is like a family-oriented place. I just fell in love with Gonzaga all over again. Fewy was like, when you're ready to go to college, you come here.
Those moments in the hospital helped Mac see the bigger picture.
He called me up when I first got on campus and said, I want you a part of the program. What do you want to do? Manager seems pretty cool. And then just like that, I was rebounding at night for Silas.
Now as a manager, the memories with Gonzaga continue. But this family wouldn't be as strong as they are if it wasn't for Mac.
He is the most amazing person I think I've ever been around my entire life. You can't help but be impacted when you spend any amount of time with him.
Yeah, Mac! I'm in a bad situation maybe in most people's eyes, but not in my. I'm blessed to have everybody that's been in my life helping me out, you know, and being able to right from the get-go have a positive attitude, because it's so important in life.
It's unfathomable just how positive he is and his effect on everybody. His effect on our, not just his team, but our teams.
He's not really holding his head down about anything that happened to him in his past, stuff like that. For him to be here today, you know, was a blessing. And, you know, Coach Few does a good job of reminding us that, you know, be thankful for what we have and, you know, always hold our head high no matter what.
He embraces his life, you know, lives day to day and really puts a smile on my face every day, you know. He's one of my best friends, I could say.
First shot of the day. Oh! First shot of the day, yeah, for sure.
I just get like a certain amount of energy that just comes to me just to see how happy he is every day, like never complaining.
What mark do you want to leave in this life?
So I wrote this poem. It goes, go every play like it's going to be your last. Live every day so you don't regret the past. In this world, we all play a part, so play the game of life with heart. So that's what I want to leave.